Hi, welcome to my home. My name is Marie Lawrick, and I have a very interesting guest today that I'd like for you to meet. He's a friend of mine who is the past president of Gosha Education Foundation. He's currently serving as the treasurer, and he just got back from Africa. He spent a month there, and he has some very interesting things that he did over there, and I'll let him talk to you, and let's find out what his travels have. Hello, this is my friend Didiri I was telling you about. Didiri Noodle World. You just got back from Africa. What parts of Africa did you go to?
Yeah, I traveled to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and also I was there for a couple of weeks. Then I went to Kenya for 1 week. Then I came back to Tanzania again and Dar es Salaam.
Alrighty, and I understand you visited some relatives in some villages that you did that your Gosha Education Foundation has been doing some work in.
Visited all the places that I supposed to go and to see where our project is going on and to see exactly what are they doing, what they done. I went to a place they call Chogo, is near to Kabuku. I traveled there to see the project about the school, and I went to see some families, how they live.
And I know your organization has just started the school in Chogo. Tell me about what the problems and so forth that you found, and maybe some of the solutions that you were able to help.
There, when I went to that school, I see the kid that mostly we had the list of the kids they attended that school. Was some student was missing, more than 15 students that day. I went to visit it, and when I asked them, they said, oh, they didn't show up because of malaria. So that was a big burden. They say, how the malaria, there's not a hospital. And they say, yeah, there is a hospital, but there is a challenge.
So malaria is affecting the children from even attending school, and that there's a problem with the hospital. Tell me about what you found out with the hospital and how that happened.
Where I slept that night, and we hear that there is a woman that she needed to get labor. And I said, oh, it's better than to go with them to the hospital to see. And from there, then I go with them. I saw what happened when she already get a baby. When I see there is a lot of mosquito, and the mom just wipe her up, and the mom, she's kind of like this, mosquito. Ourselves, we are just doing like this. All the body was a lot of mosquito, but I was protected. My pills, every night I take a pill, so I protected. I cannot get malaria. But those, and they say, oh, we cannot stay overnight here because of the mosquito. And the doctor, she was there, said, yeah, here we don't have a net. Even the whole hospital, we don't have a net. I hear that. I wasn't feeling that good the way I saw the little baby. She just get a bath, then she may get a malaria because of the mosquito.
Oh, because they're just covering.
They're covering all the body.
Oh.
There is a lot of mosquito that hospital. Then I say, oh, I need to talk to you, the doctor. Maybe I will come tomorrow to talk to her. I will talk to you about this, how we can help.
Okay.
And the way I said.
So, what happened next? The next day you went back to the hospital?
Yeah, I went back to the hospital and I met with the doctor, and I asked some, I say, if you get your lunch time, if I can talk to you about what I saw last night. And she told me that the doctor, she was female doctor, say, well, and here the problem is we don't have net, and that those they get the malaria, we don't have enough quinine. And the quinine that they can treat the malaria, we don't have that in the hospital. They don't have that money to buy. So they still have their malaria, and some they just die because of the malaria. They cannot afford it to buy even the quinine that we ordered the prescription. And 10,000 shilling what they make a month. So they don't have
10,000 a month shillings?
10,000 shillings.
And
a
they
month.
probably have a wife, and so they need
Yeah.
food, shelter, because they pay rent, education for their kids. And there's just
All
nothing
those
left
is-
over for
Yeah, so that the kids not
for
enough.
kids.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, tell me about a little bit more about what happened with the nets in the hospital then.
After that, I met with the doctor, and I asked some questions that they address. We don't have a net. We're out. We don't have pills for treat the malaria. Then I talked to her. Then I said, okay, if I go back to United States, we will make sure that what we can help about the net. And when I get back here, then I talk to the board and I say, hey, this is the problem that I saw to Chogo Hospital. And we release immediately, they signed a bill for 20 net to the hospital.
How many beds are in the hospital clinic over there?
There was one room with more than 17 bed when I saw. It's kind of like 27 bed that I saw, but we just sent it 20 that for emergency.
So there's still a need for about 7 to 8 more nets.
Yeah, net.
Okay.
They still needed a net, but now we just take 10, and the men, we just give them 10, and the women 10.
Okay.
But still they.
But they
needed
still
some.
need more. Okay. All right. So, and then what about in the village? How are they handling nets? Does everybody in the village have nets?
Mostly when I visit some houses, more than 100 houses, when I visit by myself, by my feet, and I ask them a question. So I have videos I take to them. So family, they have 7 kids, 5 kids. I can go, I see them, they just lay down for the malaria, and they don't have any. And I wouldn't have enough money to pay for every family, but I try my best, and what I help. When I was there to the ground, mostly that it was, when I asked them, how many net did you have in the family, some they say 0. We don't have even 1 net.
Okay.
I visit all the 100 family, even those I saw they tell me that we have net. It's kind of like a 10 family. They have net, just is 1 net. So, and they have 7 kids. They just sleep without net. Mm-hmm. So that I took as a personally, I said this is something that we needed to help these people to the villages to get a net also.
Yeah, because education can't proceed for Gosha Education Foundation to help the school if nobody's attending because they're dying off of malaria.
The malaria, so that is, I saw that
Yeah.
is something that we needed to work on it. But if we can prevent to the villages, so the doctor, when I asked, said a day we are getting 5 to 10 those infected with the malaria a day.
Wow. So how much does a mosquito net cost, and how much is that in U.S. dollars?
That is about $3.
$3.
$3 each net. You will save 3 kids or 4 kids. They can use that 1 net.
So buying the net. So if I donate $3, $6, $9, $12, you're going to be buying the nets. Gosha Education Foundation. Tell me how that works.
You can donate it through to Gosha Education Foundation.
Is there an organization that you're partnering with in Africa for these nets?
Yes, 2 years. We are working with the Homie Date, a non-profit organization. Also, the 20 net that we send it the amount, they're the one who they deliver it to the hospital.
Okay. And so, Didiri, tell me, what is Gosha Education Foundation's goal for the number of nets that you want, and when do you want them by?
Until September this year, 2019, September 30th, if we could get up to 1,000 or 1,000 net.
That would be great to get some quinine for everybody. So thank you for coming today and sharing this with us. I hope in the future we can also get some things going for the quinine too.
Thank you to having me here.
Okay. Thank you very much, and I hope this is helpful. And if you can, go to our GoFundMe page or the GoshaEducation.org and help this organization or learn a little bit more about them.